Hello everyone, it's Dale here. In this video I want to show you my most favorite order flow setup and how I use it to confirm my trade entries. The logic behind this setup is based on following footprints of the big players and spotting what they are up to when the market hits a key level. Let me show you how it works. Absorption is when unusually heavy volumes appear on bid and also on ask at the same time. That means that buying or selling pressure is being absorbed. I'm using 5-minute or 30-minute chart for this. Preferably, I would say the 5-minute. I use it more on 5-minute chart. So if you look here, this is an example where buying activity gets absorbed. So the price was going up, then probably hit some resistance here, and unusually huge volumes were traded both on bid and ask. It's important that the heavy volumes are both on bid and on ask. Alright? So we have heavy volumes on bid and ask, and this means the market is absorbing the buying pressure, and eventually the buyers run out of fuel and sellers take over and the price goes down. Right? So this is buying activity absorbed. If you look at the next picture here, then the price goes down, and then there is this high volume node with heavy volumes both on bid and ask, and this means that selling activity is being absorbed here, right? Sellers are selling, pushing the price downwards, but at this level buyers step in and they start to buy everything the sellers have to sell. That's why the price stops to move, and from this place eventually the sellers run out of fuel and buyers take over and the price goes up. So that's the absorption, right? Market is absorbing buying or selling pressure. Very, very important thing. This needs to appear in support or resistance zone, not just anywhere. So if you see heavy volume node like this at random place on the chart, it doesn't really mean anything, right? It's absorption only if it appears around strong support or resistance level. This resistance level could be, for example, based on volume profile, price action, VWAP or FIBO, or whatever you guys like to trade, but this needs to appear around strong support or resistance level, and it is a confirmation that the level is going to work. Here is the first example. Imagine that there was a resistance in here, and by the way, resistances and supports are not just lines, they are always areas, right? Imagine that we had a strong resistance here, and the price is reaching that resistance, and when it reaches this area of resistance, you see this unusually huge volumes both on bid and ask. Now it doesn't need to be at one volume node or in one cell in the footprint. It could be spread across multiple cells. Actually, it's more often like this, spread over multiple cells. But if you spot unusually huge volumes both on bid and ask, here, also here and here, around the support or resistance zone, then it is the absorption, right? And you know, I don't have an exact definition of unusually huge volumes, but what you can do is just look at the chart and compare it with what's going on in here. Compare the typical volume, right? So in here, for example, we have 962 contracts on bid, 789 contracts on ask. If you look here, can you find volumes like that in here? No way. So this is unusually huge volume activity, right? And that's the absorption. In this case, buyers are pushing the price up, but sellers start to sell in here. They're absorbing the buying pressure, and that's why the price goes downwards. Again, important thing, this needs to happen around a resistance zone. Otherwise, it wouldn't really give us that strong confirmation, right? It wouldn't mean that much. So here's another example. Again, imagine that we have a resistance, for example, in here. This whole area is resistance. And when the price reaches that resistance, then you notice this. Unusually huge volumes both on bid and ask. Right? Again, you can compare the volumes in this block with, for example, this area. The volumes in here are nowhere close to the volumes in this absorption high volume area, right? This is telling you that sellers are absorbing buying pressure. Eventually the buyers run out of fuel, sellers take over, and it is a signal for you to go short from there, right? It is a signal that this resistance is going to work. Now here's another one, a third example of the absorption. Imagine that we have a strong support here. It could be based on anything. I like to base those on volume profile, but it could be, whatever you guys like. For example, price action setup. The price reaches that level, or that support zone, I should say, and unusually huge volumes start to appear, especially in this high volume node. 549 at bid and 359 on ask, right? This is something out of ordinary if you compare it, for example, with this area. So something out of ordinary appeared at that support. This is telling you that buyers are buying everything the sellers had to sell here. That's why the price stopped. And eventually sellers ran out of fuel, buyers took over, and boom, price goes up. So this is the confirmation for you to go long from this support. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to get your hands on my custom-made order flow software and also on my order flow training, then head over to my website. It is traderdale.com, and if you click the trading course and tools button in here, it will take you to this page, and in here you can get our order flow pack, where you can learn everything about order flow trading from A to Z and also get your hands on my custom-made software. You can also scroll down a bit and get all my educational software and also educational courses in here in one bundle for a hugely discounted price. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy trading!